Hey guys, how you doing? Yeah, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for coming. That's to my old subscribers, those who are loyal to me. I love you so much. You always see my video and then you always watch, and most especially those of you that turned on your notification so that you don't miss out on my videos. I truly salute for you. Thank you. And if this is your first time stumbling on my channel, you're welcome. My name is Funke, and I promise you a whole lot of fun right here. Okay, I love to call my channel a lifestyle channel where I share my experience, my day-to-day experience sometimes, and then I do vlogs. I go out on adventures and bring them to you guys. I do banter when I see anything going on in the society that I need to talk about. I come to share my opinion, and then I share my stories, which is why I'm doing this video right now. Yes, I'm here to share a particular story. But then before we go ahead, please do well to like this video. If you like this video, you're doing me a whole lot of favor because it's gonna help my YouTube algorithm. The more you like the video, the more YouTube sees the reason to promote it to other people. If people are liking it, why not show it to other people? You get the gist, you get the drill. If you don't get it, don't forget about it. Stay here. So please do well to like the video by clicking on the like button right there. And so we go into the gist. I'm sure you guys have heard about Tinder Swindler. If peradventure you've not seen it at all, you've heard people talking about it. Probably you've come across it on social media, and it's just a trending video. It's a story of a particular guy who swindles people on Tinder. He goes on Tinder, he connects with people, and then he dates some and then sweeps them off their money. If you've not seen the documentary, I'm sure you've seen some memes, or you've heard some people say, my enemies are after me, please send me, I can't use my credit card, send me a particular amount of money, my enemies are out to get me, something like that. They're all expressions from the movie. So it's the story of Simon Levive. That's the name of the guy. This video is not to talk about the documentary itself. It's for me to talk about my story on how I was swindled, but not on Tinder anyway. I'm not on Tinder. I don't do dating sites and things like that. If Funke is not in church, she's at home, she's working, she's maybe hanging out with friends, things like that. I'm an indoor person mostly I'm an indoor person. So where exactly did I get to be swindled? Ladies and gentlemen, my friends right here on my channel, I was swindled in church, in the church of God. Yes.
It's a super story.
So, sometimes in I think May or June last year, 2022. 2022. Okay. Last year, 2021. So you might be thinking, so why are you coming here to say it? This is my story and it is my channel. Okay, I met this guy in church, and he just, hi, how you doing? My name is so. I'm not going to be saying his name anyway. My name is okay, nice to meet you. Oh, I'd like to be a friend. Why not? Why can't I be anybody's friend? And after all, it's in church. I cannot just say hello, who are you, and then it's inquire. So I believe there's nothing wrong with being friends with anybody in church. So we exchanged contacts, and then we started talking. And we became friends. I don't know how it got, or maybe he wanted to just try his luck. But I'm that kind of person that if I call you a friend, if you're in need, I would go any length to help you if I'm in that capacity to help you at that moment. I can even go as far as borrowing from a friend to help you out. So we became friends, we would always talk, and it was this period I was going through some emotional, stress. So it's so fortunate for him that it was that time when I needed someone to talk to, maybe a guy anyway, someone to talk to, someone to just be friends with and all that. That was the time he came along and we started talking. But mind you, I am not an inch attracted to this guy. Nah, he's far away from who I would be attracted to. But then he communicates well. He that kind of person that you can talk, that whenever you're talking you don't get tired, you just keep talking and just talk about different things, and then we'll do similar things. He said he's a social media manager, so we talk about that sometimes. Then he said he's a producer I'm a TV person, so we have something in common that we have to talk about. Yeah, he sews, he's a tailor, he makes shoes. So we talk about a lot of things. So I think a week later or so after we became friends, when we became friends actually, it's as if we've known each other for so long because we were talking a lot. And me, if you know me well, I'm a if I connect with you, I tend to be a chatty person. So it wasn't a problem getting very well, getting the conversation going a lot with this particular guy. So suddenly at some point he just came and it was like his mom slumped in the bathroom or at home. I can't even remember. His mom slumped and they took her to the hospital. She needs to do operation, or I can't even. They said that story. And me, if you're going to joke with me with anybody's health, don't joke with your mom's health, because I know how I place my mom in my own heart, and I know the thing is, my mom is, let me say, my mom is one of my weak points. Yeah, you can't joke with me with that woman. You can't joke. You can't even try it. So when he came along and used his mom, I don't know whether it's true tomorrow. I don't know whether it's true or not. But it's now, after knowing a lot about him, I think it's most likely a lie. So he came along and said his mom fell, is in the hospital, she's in the hospital, they needed a particular amount of money. He's the firstborn, his brother is not, I think he said his brother stays with him, his brother doesn't work or something like that. So he needed, I think he said 70 or 50,000 naira, I can't really remember. But me, even though I was going to help you, I can't count you as that friend I would ride or die for. No, not yet. So I was willing to help him, but I'm not going to give him what he asked for, like everything. No. So I just told him I can't help you with everything right now, but I can help you with 20,000. I am borrowing you. In fact, he came with borrow. Please, can you borrow me some money? My client, he said he has a client that he's expecting to pay for the month. The client hasn't paid. The client is going to pay probably by the end of this week or next week. So when he gets the payment, he's definitely going to pay me back. I was like, oh, okay. It doesn't, even though I don't know how rich he might be in his pocket or how poor he might be in his pocket, considering everything that he said he does. Yeah, social media management. I'm a social media manager. I know how much I make from social media management. You are a tailor and you sew for men, and I know how expensive it could be to make men's clothes. And you make shoes, Abba. You should have some money now. Okay, so I didn't see it as any problem that this guy won't pay. So I was like, okay, I'll give it 20. I'll borrow you 20k, but please, I need my money back. I'm borrowing you, I'm not giving you. And he said, of course, I'll pay you next week. Well, okay, no problem. So I sent the money to him. I should even have thought about the fact that he could be lying, because that night it was around, he kept on calling me, unfortunately for him, and what should have been fortunate for me, the bank was doing anyhow that day. While I was sending the money wasn't going through. But eventually, so he kept on calling, I've not seen it. But I felt, of course, you need the money because you need to take care of your mom. So it's normal for you to keep asking me, you've not seen it. Eventually, it went through. And then it was around 11. He said he was still going to meet his mom, that he's cooking pepper soup like this late. He said that his place is safe and the hospital is just, he could walk around anytime. Oh, that his brother is with his mom. Oh, wow. No problem. I can remember the next day, I asked him about his mom. He seemed to not remember that I asked, or to not answer. I mean, I think I didn't remember what that. So I chatted him up after calling. I said, I can't remember you answering about your mom when I asked you how she was. I was like, oh, I answered you. I said she was fine. Okay, no wala. Later that week, I asked him again about his mom, just as a friend, nothing more. Well, she's now back at home, but she's now doing therapy, and there's no money for the therapy, and they need money for therapy. So that one, I was like, therapy, home therapy or hospital? She said hospital therapy. He said, oh no, she has to go to the hospital, and they don't have money for the consultation and for the therapist to pay the therapist and all that. Me, I shall know that. First of all, I started thinking that what kind of a guy could this guy be? We've been friends. It's not even up to 2 weeks. You're already coming that you need money. My selfless part just was like, okay, your mom, she's your mom. You can do anything to save your loved one. So he wanted to save his loved one, which is his mom, and he didn't mind asking someone that he just became friends with. So now, and when he started saying that, I was like, no. I know that. In my mind, I was thinking about it. I know that I care about your mom's health and she needs to get well, but I'm not going to do anything concerning this. So I just waved it off as if I didn't read that part. I just prayed for him that when my prayer healing comes to her, things like that. A week later, this guy came back again. He has asthma. He kept on coughing. He misplaced his inhaler. He needs to get his inhaler. I was like, no, I don't have asthma. I know people who have asthma, and none of them has one inhaler. You have more than one, because it could happen that you'll be looking for one and you need to get the other. So he said you need the inhaler. And I know that asthma patients, so apart from them having inhalers, they have home remedies that they use whenever something like this occurs, like first aid. So you have none of that, none of those. You have none of those, and what you could think of is to call from care again that you need money for inhaler. I don't understand. Is it because you asked me the first time and I was willing? I didn't even think twice. All I did was just to reduce how much you were asking for. So you feel, when you've not even paid that and you've not even talked to that area that I know I owe you money, I'm going to pay you back. No, just came to come and ask me for a name. I just told him that unfortunately for him at that point, I think God just wanted to save me. My account got frozen that time. It's not like I have like 5 bank accounts, but just that one got frozen at that time, and I just used it as excuse. See, my account got frozen and I've not been able to, use it all this while. So I'm so sorry I can't help you, but I will help you ask some friends. After saying that, would you believe that this guy even came back to say, have I asked the friend? So later, I stopped seeing him in church, stopped seeing him in the choir. I would chat him up, he would not answer. I later chatted him up. Are you avoiding me? He said no. I need my money. I don't like asking people for money, but I really need my money. So later, I just heard the story that this guy ran away with choir money in church. Funny thing is he's a new guy in church. Around this time that we're talking, maybe he joined the church in January or February. I don't know. He did an audition in choir and he joined choir, So a lot of people are there. Churches, you just go target this church. The admission is just spend 1 year, and they just swindle 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people, and they move to the next church. I believe that's what he's doing right now. He has probably moved to another church. So I heard that choir people wanted to make costume as per is a tailor now. So everybody paid him to make it. This guy did not make anything. I started looking for him. Lost but not found. So he got suspended. I think I don't know, I didn't really get the full gist of that, but I got to know that they later saw him, they suspended him. I don't know how they got their money back, but then the long story being cut short is that he didn't make any with the clothing for them. But I'm feeling guilty. I hope he didn't swindle this particular pastor that he called me once. I needed the pastor's number, and I just went out. The church paper needs the pastor's number, why not? So I forwarded it to him. I just hope he didn't swindle that pastor. So he made natives for people. He would say that he wants to make money with clothes for them. He won't make it again until that person started chasing him around to collect their money back. Those who were lucky to collect their money back got it back. Those who were not lucky did not get it back. I even heard of a particular lady that the same format he used for me. He used that lady, but unfortunately for the lady, she fell in love. Oh, later when I started seeing that this guy, he must be a stupid guy, was that I started talking about love. You love me in 2 weeks. I don't understand. You love me? How? From where? Then the day I finally said no, I wasn't going to talk to this guy again. This guy must have something going on in his head. We were in church. After service, he just hugged me and whispered in my ears, I love you. Just tell me like this. I beg. That was where I answered it that day. So this particular girl, unfortunately, I heard that she fell in love and she was at the verge of sending a huge amount of money to her. Then she just shared the story luckily for God, I wanted to save her. She shared the experience with a particular person. That person wanted her not to send money, and that was how she got to know the kind of person he is. He was selling brooches too. I realized he would borrow. Called later on in my department, other people, when I shared with some people in my department, they started telling me how he also borrowed money from them, called them for money, and then they didn't get it back. So there was a time he said he was selling brooch. A particular guy had to replace the money he borrowed him with that brooch, collected that brooch for him and said, okay, so that's my money. Some people were looking us to send him money.
So I just remember this while editing right now, and I thought to tell it again, tell the story and add to the edits. Okay, so something happened again that I heard. There was a particular guy that this particular swindler, collected his phone to call somebody. So this particular guy told me the story actually. So he said the guy collected his phone and to call somebody, to call a particular lady, only for him later on to be receiving messages on WhatsApp. Apparently she thought the guy changed his number, so he was like, hey, so you've gotten another phone, Abi, or you stole this one or something like that. And the girl sent a voice note and started raining curses on the so-called guy, like, what you did to me, may God punish you. It was raining a lot of curses on the guy, and the guy had to just tell the girl, the owner of the phone had to tell the girl that, sorry, the person you are cursing is not me. He collected my phone to just make a call. So please, this is not his phone number. Stop calling me again. So yeah, that's one pained girl that he most likely duped, raining curses on him.
When I eventually heard the entire story, I had to message him that, see, honestly, when I gave you this money, the part of me told me that you may not get this money back. So I was, in my mind, I already thought about it that, and I know someone has said it before, which is a principle I use for myself. Don't borrow people the money you can't let go. So I figured I had to calculate myself and everything that, okay, can you let go of this 20k in case it doesn't pay back? And I knew, okay, I could let it go. So a part of me agreed to the fact that I may not get it back. So I sent him a message that I somehow knew that I wasn't going to get this money back. But what is painful to me is the fact that this is like a lifestyle for you. This is how you go around to swindle people of their hard-earned money. I just prayed for him that I pray this dent on you. You'll be healed from this dent that's on you, something like that. So a lot of people are out there in churches. Even when I heard that a particular church was robbed at some point, in my mind I was just like, and the strategic places they robbed, it has to be a church member or some church members that knew about it. So I was just like, it's just like this now. Someone like this will just come to church. He has the target, or they have targets. Join, be very, very serious. This guy didn't miss services. Sunday, Wednesday would be there. So they will be serious, they will just join a team, be very, 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 very active, and they'll carry out their mission and move to the next church. So that was how I got swindled of 20k. If I was stupid, I would have been swindled of much more. But if I was very much in search of love, and what if it was that very attractive guy, tall, dark and handsome, a guy that would look at, that will always stare at and just, oh my God, only if you could be my boyfriend, only if you could be my love. There are guys like that. What if it was that guy that was truly over? Because see that Simon Levi, see that Swindler guy. That guy is a guy. That guy is handsome, all suited up, looking like a very responsible guy. What if it was someone like that and I really fell for him? That's how I would have probably, given him more than he asked. But even apart from the fact that he wasn't attractive, he speaks well. So he wasn't attractive to me. He speaks well, and it's not like he's an ugly guy, not just to my own standard. So I just thank God for self-control. I thank God for standards, for having my own standard when it comes to men. I thank God for making me smart, because I knew that after that 20k I wasn't going to give him anything again, even though he came back later. So a lot of people are out there, they are swindlers. You don't only find them on worldly areas, because some Christians will tell you that you can't find love as a Christian on Tinder. So you can say, of course, Tinder, every kind of person is there. How much more church? So a lot of people are out there. What they do is they're going out looking for whom to devour. After then, anytime I see him, because he later came back to church, but it wasn't in choir, he was just coming as normal member because he was suspended from choir, not from church anyway. So anytime I see him talking with a lady, he's always itching my body, and I'm always like, I should go and meet the lady and just say, sister, run for your life. It won't even happen that at some point I need the lady, I need who the lady knew. I had to go and meet that person that, please, see that your friend, please tell her to be watchful of that guy. That guy is also someone she wants to get close to. Tell her to be watchful, you know. I made it my mission to always take girls away from that shackles, from that bondage, because not everyone is smart enough to see danger when it's around. So Tinder Swindler, it happens a lot. It is real. You see, if you're thinking maybe it's just a documentary, it's not true, because the guy is not saying no one wants to hear his own story. The same way this one said, I will pay you. This is another year. This is February. You have not paid me. Another thing, remember that Simon Levi didn't use his real name. This one too is using one name that I've never even heard before in my life. That's my story of how I got swindled. As a friend, not as a lover. I hope you enjoyed my story. Be watchful, ladies. Anyway, that's it on my own story of how I got swindled. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope that you enjoyed my story. Let me know in the comment section if you enjoyed the story, and let me know how if you think I should have handled it some other way. Or so you might be thinking, so why are you coming here to say this is my story and this is my channel? Okay. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like this video, and of course, if you haven't subscribed yet, if you watched this video to this point and you haven't subscribed, please subscribe to my channel. My name is Funke, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.